Wow, that just excites me to know that Team Effort Network, Team Effort International, is still to this day, 12 years later, still paying not only those 26 millionaires, but everyone, all the other representatives in our sister company, and all the representatives since 10, still going strong, 12 years nonstop. That's history right there. That's history. That's life-changing. Life-changing. I'm excited when I think about the company that we're a part of and the amazing things that it's doing and the lives that it's changing. Well, we have a very exciting leader on the call with us today. She is very well loved. Speaking of car qualifier, she has won her car and Team Effort Network. Yes, she has. She is an executive founding member, DCQ qualified. She's won a phenomenal team. She's a great leader. She's a go-giver. She doesn't quit. Whenever we have a big event on the East Coast, she's the one that goes out and gets the edifice and set it up, and she's the first one to get there and the last one to leave to make sure everything is done properly. So I'm excited to welcome to the call this executive founding member, DCQ qualified, Maureen Murphy-Smith. Are you there?
Top of the morning, everybody. Top of the morning. It's a lovely morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a bloody good day.
It sure is. We're awake and we're alive. God woke us up this morning and started us on our way. So, yes, it's a great day. Yes, it's snowing outside. But guess what? Nothing stops us and nothing's going to stop us from getting where we want to go in Team Effort Network.
Well, you know, Maureen, I like that you said that, yes, it's snowing, but nothing's going to stop us. And what I want you to do, I want you to share what happened this Saturday, Saturday before last. You had a big event scheduled that you'd scheduled for at least a month or so in advance. Why don't you just share with everyone how that day went?
Well, I had about 35 guests, not members, confirmed to come to my event. People literally called me back or sent me text to say, yes, we'll be there for this event. And so I was very, very excited about this. And on Friday, we heard about snow. In fact, all week I kept checking the weather. I'm like, oh, no, snow Saturday, snow. I'm like, okay, I'm still going to make my plans. I ordered food and everything like that. And Saturday morning, it started snowing at 11 o'clock. I went to my boss' house to get chairs. It was snowing and snowing. And I felt a little bit disheartened, but I said, no, you know what? Instead of getting 35 chairs, I'm just going to get about 12 chairs. So I continued to get the chairs, came back. Snow kept coming down. My girlfriend just arrived at 1 o'clock from North Carolina with her friend. My uncle came in from Jamaica early that morning. And I said to myself, oh, my God, I can't believe that it's snowing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have this TTP with or without anyone because these people are here. If it meant for me to do it myself, I'm going to do it. Anyway, it kept snowing and everything like that. And people kept saying, well, Maureen, we're going to cancel. Can you reschedule? And I said, okay, yes. I'll get back to you. So what I did, I wrote a text to everyone and says, you know what? I'm still having it, but I understand if you can't make it, I will have another TTP. And in my heart, I said, we're doing this today. At about 2:30, I went upstairs. Oh, the food was delivered and everything. Went upstairs, started getting dressed. My daughter was here as well. She started laughing at me. She says, Mom, why are you dressed? No one is coming. I said, I don't care. If it means for me to do this, I am doing this. And then Paul had, my presenter, texted me and says, well, Maureen, you still having it? Why don't you, I said, yes, actually, I'm still having it. And then Pastor Denise says, well, why don't you put it up till the next day, Sunday? And I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it. I said, no, I'm not putting anything off. This is what I'm going to do. Next minute, Paul came, the doorbell rang. Paul was there. Next minute, the doorbell rang again, more people. And we had about 7 people. And in about half an hour, I had 22 people in my house. Yes, we had TTP. And I'm glad. What it was basically, I said to myself, I'm not going to give up. I was excited about this. I'm going to do it. Even if it means that I don't know the compensation, but I do know a little bit about this phrase, I'm going to do this for my friends that are here right now. And if Pastor D can't make it and Paul can't make it, I am going to do it. But yes, they both ended up making it, and I had my TTP, and I was very happy. And out of the TTP, I had 4 people joined up. They weren't my guests, they were Jerry's guests, and he had 4 people signed up under him. But still, we had it. And the bottom line is what I'm trying to say. Do not give up no matter what, because there is a God, and God makes all things possible. If you believe and have the faith, just don't give up. If it's just one person, it's fine. You have to do what you have to do in circumstances, no matter what. And Pastor D, I understand that you've never driven through snow in your entire life. I appreciate you so very, very much that you drove to come and complete my TTP. Paul, my hat. Paul, I don't know what I would have done. You made everything perfect before Pastor D got here. And Frida, I really, really appreciate you guys so very much for being there. You guys are very much a team player. This is what team effort is all about. We stay together, we work together, we play together. But when things come to important stuff, no matter what, you guys are there. We're here for each other. So I deeply appreciate, and I will never, ever forget this time that you took to come to my first CTP in my new home. Robert, you are the bomb. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you driving here as well. And also Ron bought a guest, and his guest is about to sign up. So, that's right. Ron called and said, Maureen, I'm at the train station. Can you hold her a minute? I said, yes, of course. I'm waiting for one of my guests to come, but the train is being slow. I said, Ron, I'll wait for you. I'll wait an hour and a half. Just be here. I was so excited about that, and I appreciate you all. So that's my story. It happened, and there's no excuse. You can get to where you want to, as long as, you are safe. And I appreciate everybody. I'm not good at this, okay? So, Pastor D, back to you.
No, you're doing an excellent job. Pastor D, did you want to say something? I know that you were getting ready to comment on it before I get started.
Yeah, I was laughing because they're just getting the surface of the story. Yeah. Pastor Denise had never driven in the snow before, and she wasn't intending on driving in the snow that day. But she kept hearing all these guests showing up. You need to tell your story. You had to pull yourself into that snow to get there because you were determined not to let the guests show you up.
That's so true. With Maureen, come on, family. Everybody know on the East Coast, and Pastor, you know yourself because you got, you dealing with that snow in Dayton, Ohio. We had some snow this is like one of those type of snows where they tell you don't go out, you stay in. It was like, Maureen, what did we get, like 12 inches of snow?
Yeah, about 10 inches.
About 10 to 12 inches of snow, and it was coming down thick and heavy at the exact same time that her TTP was supposed to get started. So, that morning we woke up and the snow was like up to your door, and the plow trucks had not even, plowed the roads and the communities. So anyway, when Maureen first called that morning, I said, what are you going to do with all the snow? She says, Pastor, I don't know. Some of my guests have called. They're already counseling, saying they can't make it. But then on the other hand, she said she had a guest that came in that drove all the way in from North Carolina. So I said, well, do you have guests? And she says, I have a couple of people here. I said, okay, so what do you want to do? So she says, I don't know. She says, maybe, we weren't really sure what to do because of the snow. We weren't really sure. So then Maureen sent me a picture. She said, she took a picture of herself. She said, this is me now. She was all dressed up, ready for a guest. She had Maureen, you had over 30 guests that was invited to be there, correct?
About 35 that was invited, 35 guests.
About 35 that were invited, okay, to be there. So we're kind of going back and forth with text messages for a while. And I'm like, well, Maureen, I don't drive in snow. I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry for you. I don't drive. I've never driven in the snow. I don't do it. And so, but then I kept getting this text message, oh, the guests are showing up. She said, now there's 5 guests here. And I'm like, what? Where are they coming from? And then she said, oh, there's someone that caught the metro here. I said, someone is outside in the metro? We have a guest that's taking a train, the metro, in this weather? And then Frida called. She said, Pastor Denise, there's more guests coming in. And then Maurice says, she sent me another text, Pastor Denise, there's 20 guests here. I said, what? Are you serious? Now, Pastor Dell is laughing because I said when I got that text that there was 20 guests, there was just no way in the world I could not make it. I thought to myself, if the guests came out in this weather, I've got to get there to this TTP. I've got to get there. But, honey, you all should have seen me. I was a laughing matter when I pulled up. Now, let me tell you something, first of all, about Mercedes-Benz. I have a brand new spanking 2014 Mercedes-Benz paid for by Team Effort Network. That thing can handle some snow. I want you all to know. It's a 350E coupe, but it's four-wheel drive, and I was woo. I mean, I was really impressed how well that Mercedes handled that snow. But even though it handled the snow, it didn't stop it from sliding. So there was little areas where I was like, I'm driving in the snow, and I didn't get out of my neighborhood. I said, nope, I can't do it. I'm turning around, I'm going back. I cannot do it. Because the car, it kept sliding. I got kind of scared. And then I said, I can't turn around now. I can't quit. I can't turn around. So I said, well, let me at least get out the neighborhood. Let me at least get on the main street to see if I make it. And I kept thinking these guests. I said, but these guests are there. So I'm driving like 0 miles an hour, right? Okay, I was driving 2 miles an hour, okay? And I'm driving, and I'm still sliding. And, I mean, I picked up the phone at least 3 times. I picked up the phone because I was going to call Maureen and say, Maureen, look, I'm out here in the snow. I did try to get there, but I can't do it. And then I kept thinking, Paul, what is good? If I call and tell them I'm out here, but I can't do it, that's like quitting. And I just kept thinking, but these guests over there, I got to get out there. She has a house full of guests. So I'm driving. As I look behind me, I got like miles and miles of cars behind me. And I'm holding up everybody on the road because I'm driving 2 miles an hour. So I had to find these little places to pull over and let the cars go past me. I mean, Maureen, you live for about, 15 minutes from me, right?
Yes, about 15 minutes, yes.
She lives about 15 minutes from me. It took me about an hour and 45 minutes. About an hour and 45 minutes to get to her house. But it was the scariest thing I think I've ever done. But, as I was, just like Maureen didn't quit. She saw the circumstances. Even the guests called and said they weren't going to make it. But she says, you know what, I'm still going to do this TTP, even if it's just for the few people that are here. I'm going to do it. I know enough about the product. I know the compensation plan. I'm going to do it. She didn't quit in spite of circumstances. And I kept thinking, and I really wanted to turn around at least 4 or 5 times. I mean, I couldn't believe I was out there in it. I just couldn't believe it. But I kept thinking that, if I quit, if I say I tried, that's just the same as saying that I quit. And then I thought about it, and I felt, what he did, it gave me, it allowed me to realize how people feel when they get started in something and they get scared about it. They don't know if they're going to make it. They don't know if it's going to work. And you get that you get scared. You want to quit. You want to turn. You want to go back. And I feel like if I quit, turn, and I go back, I'm going to have one of those stories. I started something, I quit, and I went back. And I didn't want that story. But I'm telling you, Sam, it was scary. It was scary. I mean, there was one time I said, Jesus. Just think that I was sliding. The car just starts sliding. And there's other cars coming, going, Jesus. Take the wheel. And somebody said, Jesus can't drive no car. You better drive this one. But anyway, Maureen, it was a beautiful event. When we get there, she has 20 guests. They're there like it's a sunshiny day outside. It was